I have the envelope, please?
And the Oscar for Best Picture is presented to...
And the Oscar goes 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 to...
And the Oscar goes...
And the Oscar goes...
And the Oscar goes to...
The Oscar goes to...
The Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
The Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
The 91st Academy Awards show will go on without a host for only the second time in the show's history. The first time it happened was at the 61st Academy Awards show in 1989. That's 30 years ago. That show was criticized for pretty much being one of the weakest Academy Award shows ever to be televised. For this year's show, it was announced that the awards for cinematography, editing, and makeup and hairstyling would be presented during commercial breaks and later be edited in a package. The Academy have been going in a new direction as of late, and it doesn't look pretty. There's a huge question to be asked here. What's going on with the Academy? They have been doing some questionable decisions lately, and it's been hurting them. Remember the implementation of the Popular Film Award? Yeah, that was a good idea you had there, Academy. The truth is, they have been declining in popularity since a few years ago. Remember #OscarsSoWhite? The year they actually had Chris Rock host? They redeemed themselves a bit after that, but still went through some controversy. Of course, there was the Best Picture mistake.
No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. Come on, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
Ratings have also been impactful for the show. According to Time Inc., the 90th Academy Award show viewership was down 20% from the previous year. With the 91st Academy Award show having no real host, it's not likely that the viewer count will go up. They're definitely not selling anything worth watching, especially when the results can be easy to follow on Twitter. The big question here is, what can the Academy do to not be... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, bad. Well, they could start by looking for a good host for their show. The reason why the 91st Academy Award show is going hostless is because of a controversy they had with comedian Kevin Hart. When announced as host, there was mixed reaction from the fans, and it took a turn for the worst when some controversial tweets from 2009 to 2010 surfaced and it got Kevin Hart in the hot seat. After bickering back and forth, the Academy asking for an apology, Kevin Hart stating that he did apologize, Hart withdrew from hosting. With nowhere else to go, the Academy was left without a host. Another aspect they could touch on is actually show the categories be presented. There's no real reason as to why they wanted to present the awards during commercial breaks, but speculation could be to shorten the 3+ hour runtime. The show is likely going to be running for 3+ hours anyways, so there's no reason to present the awards during commercial breaks. Cinematography and editing are the two huge aspects when it comes to filmmaking. Cinematography is there to add depth to the world, so it won't be lifeless, and editing is there to piece it all together nicely. By not having these two categories be presented live is very disrespectful to the filmmakers. Another thing they should do is keep the politics at a minimum. The movements, Me Too and Time's Up, should be touched on. However, the past 2 years have been touching a little bit too much on politics. A night to honor filmmakers and actors shouldn't be all about politics. They should just keep the politics talk short. Don't take up nearly the whole show with it. It's understandable that current events are big. Just keep it at a minimum. This year alone, the Academy have done some decisions that had many talking. Besides going without a host, there was the announcement of the Popular Film Award, or the award that was going to go to Black Panther had it not made it to the Best Picture nominations. Whichever way it was going to be, the Academy took some heat. The Popular Film Award doesn't sound right for the Oscars. They shouldn't enroll with that category. Don't have it be a thing just to give it to one film that couldn't get the recognition. However, there should be awards for stunt performers and female directors. It's been quite the year for the Academy. So many changes they went for, but ended up missing out on. Bouncing back from their words of a few categories not being televised, to going without a host. This year's ceremony will be one to talk about.